And we're live.
Hi everybody, welcome to, I think this is the 4th edition of our Tarot Times so far, and I can see the chat up there, so I'm just going to say a collective hello because there's so many people in. Right, so we're going to be doing our deck review of the Star Spinner. We're also going to be looking at all the other juicy stuff, like what decks are coming out and blah, blah, blah. And also, as a quick note about the Tarathon meetup, it's still going ahead, but there's way, way smaller numbers. So as it stands at the moment, it looks like it's only going to be Elle, Simon and Sandra, because I'm not going to be able to go, unfortunately, but that's just the way things are. So
I think we've put in the group, if people still want to come and you've still got your accommodation, then just let us know so that we can look out for you during that weekend. I rang around the hotels that I'm staying in. I'm staying in 2 and they're both open and they're opening today. So my hotel is okay. Your hotel, you've been able to book, haven't you, Elle? So,
yeah, I got a bargain.
You did get a bargain. Yeah, 3 nights, the price of what I paid for 1.
Wow, that's not bad.
I know, a bit of all right.
Yeah. So that is Saturday the 1st of August and Sunday the 2nd of August in Glastonbury, if people want to still come and join us for a bit of a meet-up.
Right. Okay. I think we're starting off with Elle, aren't we? Is hitting getting us our ball rolling.
Ooh. We've got The Dark Wood Tarot by Sasha Graham, and that's going to be released on the 1st of July, so a few days ago, by Llewellyn. And it's got a good write-up. You ready for this? Dare to enter the dark wood and discover your shadow self with this enthralling Rider-Waite-Smith tarot style deck. And it comes with a deck and a guidebook. It's quite cartoonish in its style.
Graphic novel.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Becca was having a bit of
cartoon.
Oh, and here's the link.
If it looks like a cartoon, sounds like a cartoon, it's a cartoon.
Graphic novel. I quite like it. It looks like it's going to be all right, but I don't really like real human decks, so
yeah. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll talk at the end as well about a little bit more about that deck, but it's certainly one that kind of appeals to me. I like stories, I like fairy tales, I like to look at the cards and remember the stories and know what their kind of meanings are. So
yeah. Apparently you take on the role of a witch entering the wood, and you journey through its depths, examine your secret desires, dark dreams, and the unknown recesses of your psyche. Oh, wow. Fun.
Ooh.
That's the Dark Wood.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. So we're doing July decks, but we're a week late because we would have been doing this last Saturday. I messed up with my interviews and stuff. So we're a week later than normal. But the deck that I'm going to be talking about, which is out on the 7th of July, but some people are already getting it, and the creators have their own shop and selling it in there. And that is the Spellcasting Oracle Card by Flavia K. Peters and Barbara Nicol-John-Free. And it's by Hay House. Now, they've had a number of decks there. with various different publishers. They've been with Rockpool, Llewellyn. These are the people who created Divination of the Ancient, was one of the first ones that I got. The Witch's Wisdom, Witch's Kitchen, Witch's Familiar, we did that whole series, Sacred Sight, and my favourite, which was the Dark Goddess Oracle. I really, really enjoyed that one. So, the Spellcasting Oracle card. So have you ever wished that you could cast a spell to change your life's path? Connect with your inner witch and add a little magic. Spellcasting has been used by witches since the birth of magic, and now the power lies in your hands. Each card within the deck connects you to the magical power required for spell work to harness and manipulate the energies needed to bring about your desires. Discover how you can work with moon phases. There's been a lot of talk this month about moon phases on the internet, YouTube world. Specific weekdays and candle magic in conjunction with unwavering focus and intent. Through invocations and incantations, each spell offers an empowerment and freedom through the spellbinding act of transcendence as you harness natural magic to positively enhance your life. And it's a 48 card deck, and it comes with a guidebook. I'm actually going over to meet with Barbara tomorrow and spend a bit of time with her. So I'm going to see if I can actually put this deck on. As I said, they've got 2 shops in Buxton, so I'm going over tomorrow to hopefully, I'll be able to get a copy of that. And I'm really looking forward to it because I do like the decks. I can hear some feedback as well. I don't know if anybody else.
Yeah, maybe, excuse my hand. Maybe it's me. Let me turn you down. How's that?
I think that's better.
Yeah, that's much better.
That's it.
You? Okay.
Much
Sorry,
better.
guys.
I really struggled to hear anything that Simon said just then. I couldn't hear. It was just like so choppy.
Did everybody else hear it, or do you need me to say it again? I
can still hear it. Still terrible, really bad sound from Simon then.
How about that?
Okay. I'm not hearing anything back now.
No, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So, better. So did you all hear what I said though, or do I need to repeat it? It was bad.
It was really bad, yeah.
Okay. So I'll just go through it again then quickly, and I'll paraphrase this time. But Spellcasting Oracle cards by Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Micklejohn Free, out on the 7th of July. They've got a Facebook page, and they've had a shop in Buxton for a while, and just opened a second one. And I was just saying that I'm going over there tomorrow. I've known Barbara for about 19, 20 years now. And I'm hoping to pick the deck up. They've got a number of decks out: Divination of the Ancients, Sacred Sight. They did the Witch's Wisdom series, and Witch's Wisdom, Witch's Kitchen, Witch's Familiar, and then they did the Dark Goddess, which I loved. But this is a deck about using the Oracle spell cards to change your path in life, connect with your inner witch, and just learn about magic. And it says spellcasting has been used by witches since the birth of magic, and now that power lies in your hands. So it's a 48 card deck with a guidebook. So if I do manage to pick one up tomorrow, I will show it as well.
And then we have
sounds interesting.
Yeah, it does actually. Although were they the ones that did that? So that you said the Kitchen Witch Oracle. Is that the one with the mustard?
Yes. Yeah, that Dan from Me Pine de Vale showed it, didn't he? But it was, yeah. I've that's the only one I haven't got. I've got Witches Familiars, and I've got the Witches Oracle, and all their other decks. But yeah, and CDs,
I've got it.
Have you got it?
Well, I think Sandra, when we had the meetup here, she bought it for trade, and I took it, so I've got it.
Cool.
And then we have the traditional manga tarot by, I'm really sorry, I'm about to butcher the name, Shu Yuting, releasing on the 25th of July from Lo Scarabeo, and it carries a double meaning. It refers to the fact that the cards follow the traditional symbology of tarot and its purity of the manga style it has been designed with. So the spirit of the deck is gentle, and it shows the road to innovation, apparently.
Ooh.
Fun.
So yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. What did you just say?
I said we missed you out, didn't we? So do you want to do yours? Believe in your own magic, Oracle.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. So this is by Amanda Lovelace, and its release date is the 22nd of July this year. And the publisher is Andrews McMeel, which I've never heard of before. I don't know why. So it's 2 times Goodreads Choice Award winning poet and USA Today best-selling author Amanda Lovelace. And it's a stunning new oracle deck based on her celebrated poetry series, Women Are Some Kind of Magic. Ain't that true? With art by fairy tale illustrator Nana, I think that's how you pronounce it. Each card offers daily messages of empowerment to stir your inner princess, witch, or mermaid. While highly accessible guidebook offers further insight. Whenever you are in need of some inspiration or validation, this deck will be there to help you believe in your own magic. And it's 45 full colour cards and illustrated guidebook. So sounds really nice. I like the concept behind that as well. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. And I'm going to talk about the next step, but I forgot as well. I took a picture. This is the Spellcasting Oracle cards. Hopefully you can see them, by Barbara Mickel-John-Free and Flavius Peters. So that's them. They kind of remind me of like Della. What's the name of the artist who works with Colette Baron Reed, who does like the Good Tarot and that sort of stuff? Della
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one I'm going to talk about is, it seems to be at the minute that mini tarots are all the rage, doesn't it? There's like mini tarots coming out left, right, and centre. And on the 25th of this month, the 25th of July, is the release date of the Universal Tarot Mini by Robert DeAngelis. Now, that's not to get confused with the Universal Weight, which is a different deck. So I've got a couple of versions of the Universal Tarot, and this is the kind of the deluxe one that was released a couple of years ago. So obviously it's not a mini because it's not out in mini yet, but just so you can see some of the images. It's a nice version of the RWS, completely redrawn. It's the images that's actually used in the Tarot Bible. So if you buy the Tarot Bible, and I remember looking at them thinking they're not quite RWS, are they? But it is a reimagining, redrawing, very sort of pastel colours and things, very similar to Hanson Roberts. And it was because the idea was that the RWS artwork might not be to everybody's taste. So that was why we had the Universal. So Robert DeAngelis reproposes the icons of the What Rider-Waite Smith deck, one of the most famous and best-selling decks of all time, that we know. And he tried to create a deck that had a modern stroke and new graphics. Faithful to the esoteric symbolism proposed at the beginning of the 20th century by the great English occultist. Each arcanum is interpreted through a precise pictorial key offering, showing depth for divining. Obviously, 78 cards and mini with an instruction booklet. So it's a mini version of the famous universal deck that we perhaps are quite familiar with.
Nice.
Not sure if it's one out yet, actually, for a mini. I think, you know, with all the ones in the tins and things like Centennial in a tin and Radiant and Universal in a tin, don't really know if I need or want this one in a tin, really.
Yeah.
What else it would offer, for me, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've kind. And then now we're on to our indie decks now.
And there's only one, isn't there?
There is only one indie deck for July, and I've got the job of doing this one. So this is called A Deck for Wonder Walking, and it's by Amy T. Wan, and it is actually going to be arriving on Little Red Tarot quite soon. And it's a deck for reconnecting with nature and our creativity, and for all those days when it's just a little hard to walk out the door. And I think a lot of us have experienced that. It's created by intuitive artist Amy T. Wan, and it features intuitive mood paintings, which sounds interesting, and explorer notes from the pages of her personal sketchbook. It's inspired by spring and summer wonder walks. So I really like the sound of that. Each painting and spark ideas for adventure. So you can actually use it for your own explorations when you're out walking. And it says, be prepared to notice the world around you with fresh eyes. So it has 48 walking cards, matte velvet finish, and it's presented in a decorated rigid magnetic box with gold detailing. So I really love the idea of that, being someone that is you know, an outdoor nature girl. I love everything to do with that. So the idea of having an inspirational card specifically that you choose before you go out, and then explore your own path, almost like little path working sessions, which I think that's a really nice idea. So I'm going to look forward to that.
I like the sound of it too. I'm contemplating getting it when it comes to Little Red Tarot. Lots of people in the chat as well are saying it's a beautiful deck. Jess is saying it was on Kickstarter last year. She has it. Lots of people saying it's a really beautiful deck, and it sounds it, doesn't it? Matte velvet finish and
oh, lovely,
really nice. So, what about you, Elle?
Yeah, I think they're all horizontal as well. I've not got like a horizontal deck, so I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I've had decks that where some of the cards are switched between portrait and landscape. And it kind of jars with me a bit. So, but it wouldn't bother me if there was all kind of in landscape, because you get used to that then, don't you?
Yeah,
and you get more of a picture because it's landscape and it's of the landscape, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't mind if there is if it's uniform, if they're all either landscape or portrait. I don't like it when there's, you know, like all the aces are portrait or something like that. I'd rather have it all or nothing.
Yeah. And as Jen said, at least they're all landscape rather than mixing. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we've got Kickstarter decks, and Los Scarabeo have got the Notoria Tower in Light, by Fabio Lestrani, and that ends on the 12th of July, and it's estimated to be completed in September. So it's a tarot deck printed on metal gold premium cardstock. Oh, inspired by Art Notoria, the 5th book of the Lemegeton, the Lesser Key of Solomon. Ooh. As there is shadow, there is light. The tarot focuses on angels and the forces of light, following an esoteric, alchemical, and psychological interpretation of the ancient law. Wow, okay. And that a bit of a mouthful.
Yeah. I did have a look at it. Not sure it's for me, really, to be honest, but
It looks like it pair well with the what's it called? The True Black.
yeah, I think so. Neem's backed it. She says I back that. So I had to look at it and I didn't think it added anything new. Like you said, you've seen other decks that are very similar in style and things. So yeah. Which brings me to the next one, which is the Rainbow Unicorn Tarot. This is what they look like. If you can see there, it might be too bright. Let me see if I can turn that down a little bit to make it a bit more. There you go. So that's the Rainbow Unicorn Tarot. But you see the slip. And even when you type into Google Rainbow Unicorn Tarot, Crystal Unicorn Tarot comes up first before even the Rainbow Unicorn Tarot. But I mean, it's quite RWS, as you can see here with the Ace of Cups. But I've got the Crystal Unicorn Tarot and I kind of prefer it. This is what the box looks like, and the back's the cards. Now I do like the backs. That's really cool. Oh, got some background noise again. So I do like them. But this is the creators of this deck are Cosmic Eye, a group of like-minded creators and tarot lovers sharing metaphysical and esoteric subjects through their writing, arts, videos, and podcasts. So they're quite known anyway, Cosmic Eye. Combined, they've got over 70 years experience and knowledge in occult subjects of tarot. And they use tarot as a tool for divination, contemplation, and meditation in their daily lives. And they find it a powerful and positive tool for guidance. So the Rainbow Unicorn Tarot is colourful, as you saw. It's light-hearted, but still maintains classic symbols that you'll find in RWS decks. A tried and true favourite amongst the group. 78 cards, 350 GSM glossy cardstock, tuck box, and the guide comes as a PDF. So there's no book with it. You download the PDF for that. It's on the cheapest pledge, $35 for the basic. So you just get the cards and the tuck box for that, no book. But for me, it's nice, but it's an obvious compare to Crystal Unicorns. I just think, for me, it's a little bit too similar. Or they're more colourful. They're like solid colour backgrounds, aren't they? Whereas Crystal Unicorns have a white background.
Yeah, I don't have either of those, so I don't have the Crystal Unicorn, so that might be now my choice is, I've got double the choice there, so I'd have to look and see which one I would prefer out of the two.
You were saying last night, wasn't you, in your chat, that you're quite tempted by Crystal Unicorn, was you? Was that you saying that, Becca, last night?
Yeah, that's what I said. I am quite tempted by the Crystal Unicorn, but now this one is sort of in the pipeline. I would just have to sort of like look side by side, see which I would prefer out of the images. So yeah, I think if you haven't got either one of them, then you just go through your preferred choice, but I wouldn't necessarily need to,
Yeah.
you know.
There's that other one as well. From who was it that made the tarot deck? Laughing Eye, Weeping Eye.
Oh yeah, that's Layway, isn't it? That one. So yeah, that's kind of Laughing Eye, Weeping Eye Tarot. I think they call themselves Layway, but quite basic with the images. I love the backs on these. Really nice, but very basic artwork. What do you say, Becca?
Sorry, I'm just spotted my sister just come in, so I'm just saying hi.
Oh, hi, Lucy. Have you frozen? Oh, you're back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's by Layway. That's who you was asking, weren't you? Which is Laughing Eye, Weeping Eye.
Yeah, I can't remember what the unicorn one was called that they did.
Oh, they did a unicorn one.
Yeah,
Oh.
you showed it to me last night. Well, that sounds a bit funny, but you.
Oh, that's
What's it?
that's Unicorns of the Universe, which is on Little Red Tarot.
That's it.
Oh, I've not seen that one. What I showed you last night was this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you showed us. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I think.
Right. I think I'm up next. Am I up next, or is it you, El? I've lost track now with unicorns.
You're up.
The last one.
I think it's me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is called the Divine Mother Tarot, and this is by Black Magic Expressions, and the campaign ends on the 14th of August this year. Estimated completion November 2020. So this sounds really interesting too. It says this project is a love letter to the entire African, now I'm not sure how you pronounce that word, diaspora, and anyone seeking to add powerful African American themed divination tool to their collection. So images and artwork of this deck are a collaboration between Jeremy Frazier, who is the founder of Black Magic Expressions, and Augustus Brown Jr. Of AJB Creative. So the deck features 79 cards, and the creator card too. So that's what the extra one card is. It can be removed. That's at your discretion. So the major arcana shares the traditional structure of the classic Smith Waite, with some cards renamed in order to help the reader interpret the deck with new understanding and insights. The deck is meant to feature various concepts, ideas, and fundamentals in the hopes of shedding a spiritual light on our community and deepening the reader's connection with the spiritual world at large. So the different concepts in the actual deck feature spirituality, LGBTQ, tribal African themes, and images found in the African American community. And it's 400 GSM cardstock, so that's really thick. Soft touch lamination, which must be that skin-like feel, I think. UV spot treatment and red gilded edges. So it's going to be a stunner.
Sounds lush, doesn't it?
Mm.
And I got corrected, and I didn't realise this. You know, when we say like 400 GSM, it must be thick. GSM apparently is the weight, not the thickness. And I didn't know that. And there's so many people who talk about the thickness of decks and then say, I think it must be 350 GSM or something like that. I mean, the chances are the heavier the weight, the thicker the card anyway. But GSM is a.
I was going to say, I mean, that makes more sense that, you know, you wouldn't have thinner cardstock that weighed more.
Well, you could, depending on what materials used, but yeah, it's on weight rather than thickness. But it sounds like Golden Edges Encore Tarot for one. You know, it's like it looks so lovely.
Yeah.
I ain't got any red.
No, I haven't.
Cool.
Be unusual. You don't get many decks that are edged in red at all.
No.
No.
I might have to have a look at that. I think I've actually got a deck coming, the Living Altar Oracle. I think that's going to be gilded in red.
Oh, is it? Metallic red as well. Oh, metallic red as well, Al.
Metallic red, I think. Oh, I think it might be actually.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got black and white backs with metallic red edging. Can't wait for that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're moving on now, aren't we, to review of the Star Spinner Tarot. Yay!
Oh, phew, I can put the links away. Oh, that was stressful.
That was stressful. You did well to post the link. Bless you.
Thank you. And I only woke up half an hour ago. I'm proud.
This is Elle's early morning, everybody. It's our early evening, but Elle's early morning. She was like, oh my goodness, thank goodness I woke up in time. Yeah, thank goodness.
Try living in UK time.
Gone.
Boring.
Bless her. Hi, Elaine. She just said hello.
I know.
Oh, people in the chat are discussing the fact that Low Scarabeo are on Kickstarter and how that's a bit cheeky.
Well, that makes a while. I backed the Madrone like 2 years ago on Kickstarter, Low Scarabeo, and they did one before that. So
It's strange though.
It tends to be kind of special edition type ones, though, doesn't it? Rather than your bog standard tuck boxes and everything. You know, it's like the big kind of projects that they do, and the quality is really high, and you get lots of extras in there. And you know, we talked about one either last month or the month before on Low Scarabeo that they're launching on Kickstarter. I forgot what it was now, but yeah, it's not. They've done it for quite a while.
I think it's a bit weird though, don't you think?
Just because they're a publisher don't mean to say they've got loads of money.
Yeah, that's true.
Doing something quite special, it'd be good to get the funding for it up front so that they can invest in all the bells and whistles. Because the Madrone that I backed, we talked about their new mass market release, and yeah, it's similar, but you don't get the coin, the wax melt stamp, and the cloth, and everything else. So, you know.
Oh, okay. That's fair play then. I'll let them off for that.
Yeah. Cool. So, review of the Star Spinner. Who wants to go first?
Yay.
Favorite and least favorite cards. So this, in case anybody's unsure, we talk about the Star Spinner Tarot. We all got ours to hand by Trungle.
We have.
Okay.
Go on, Al, you go for it.
Oh, I guess I'll go for it. I started trimming it, but I didn't finish it. So this is the card I don't like. The Fool. Yeah. I mean, I don't understand why he's in the fetal position. But then I guess if I think about it, maybe he's cannonballing off the edge of the cliff.
Like bombing. Dive bombing the water.
I think he's jumping. Tucking his knees up and jumping.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not gonna lie, but There's that one. I really like the queens in this deck. They've got like, a lot of interesting concepts, or they're a bit more interesting than just holding like a sword or a, like this one's got a lion and then she's biting a petal from a rose. Go on, girl. So yeah, I quite like that. And the world, we've got a bit of body diversity there.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the cards I'm really like. Oh, and some of the cards have cute little doggos, like a little puppy, and little rabbits. So yeah, I'm liking them.
It actually makes quite a difference, because when I looked at it, I thought, well, there's hardly any borders to take off. But actually, it does make quite a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like the fact that the kings have been replaced by animals? And you said you like the queens, but
Yeah, I loved especially the pentacles, because like how cute. I really
cute.
liked it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So did you not like it?
Who?
You, that they were replaced with animals?
I didn't mind it. I could go next if you want. The cards that I don't like is the Fool. Same reason. Either fetal position, dive bombing, but I don't know. There's just nothing there. There's no cliff edge. It's just like this vortex behind. It just doesn't make sense. And then it's like a court jester type Fool. So it wasn't brilliant. I didn't like the magician. I'm like, it's busy, and I just didn't like it. The sun, I don't like that sun card. It just doesn't. Is she diving through the air? Is she plummeting? Is she underwater? It's just these two I really didn't like, which is the 3 and 5 of wands. It seems really. I mean, that's 5 of wands. I don't really get that battle scene. And the 3 of wands, yeah, it's looking at, but it just seems really. It doesn't fit with the deck. The cards that I love is the diversity of the lovers. We get 4 different lovers. So we have same-sex males, females, and then you've got like gender neutral here, and then male and female. So it kind of covers all bases. So I like that they did that for diversity. I quite like the chariot, the black and white cat, and the sphinx. I thought strength was nice. I too love the world for having, body diversity, and I liked the 2 of chalices and how it connects with the 3 chalices. I thought that was really nice. But and I also like that one. I actually like more cards than I dislike, actually, which is quite a surprise. 9, the bird is an owl that we see in the 9 of Pentacles, and the Nightmare card, the 9 of Swords, quite like that impish little devil.
Very
And
deviant moon.
Yeah, I love the Hermit. That one and the Death card is my favourite. I love the cloak and how the starry universe is in the cloak, but I really love that Hermit card too. I love that ornate lantern. That's my likes and dislikes. Becca, yours?
I really only kind of not like one card actually, and that is the King of Chalices. Just not keen on it, but it's not like overtly yucky or anything. It's I just not keen on it. I did feel that some of the cards maybe lacked a little bit of imagination because the deck is so pretty, most of it, and then you get sort of like the Ace of Swords, which is just pretty basic, and also same with the Wands, Ace of Wands. But apart from those, I don't dislike them. I love the fact that you've got 4 lovers cards. Like Simon said, I really like that. So you can choose which one either resonates with you or whoever it is you're reading for. I love that. I love the majors. I think my favourite is the Empress card. I think that is a really beautiful card. I also like, now this is where I've got like looking at this one, I thought this was the strength when I wasn't looking at it properly. Because there's a lion features in it, but it's actually Queen of Wands, but it's beautiful. I love the strength card. That's gorgeous. I love most of them. I love the High Priestess. I adore the colours in it. I really do. Yeah, love the colour palette. So yeah, gorgeous. Oops.
So what we do now then is give it our 5 stars for each of one of 10 categories, from everything from box and packaging right through to 10, which is wow factor. And then we give it an overall score each. And then we decide whether we're keeping it or whether we're going to put one of ours, all of ours up for a giveaway. So shall we go through each category then? So point 1 is box and packaging out of 5. What do you give? Go with Elle and then Becca and then me, do it that way. So box.
I would give it, I think, a 4 out of 5. Like, for what it is, it's really decent. Like the inside, it's got these really nice pictures. And considering the price point and the fact that it's mass market, it's really good. And on the back, it's even got this kind of opalescent, I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but
Yeah.
I really like it. It's good. 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I can't fault the packaging because the colours I love. The box is sturdy. You've got nice little ribbon in there. It's magnetic closure. It's got, like I said, that opalescent detail in there. So I can't fault it. So I'm going to have to give the box a 5. It's beautiful.
I can't really add anything else to what you've already said. I love the pearlescence and the iridescence to it all around the box. As you said, really sturdy, nice and compact. I give it 4 out of 5. So the book.
All right. I mean, it's a book. It's only got, like a few sentences per. To be honest, I didn't really use it much because, well, there's not. I mean, it does the job. I guess a 3. It's all right. Nothing mind blowing.
Becca?
Yeah, I'm the same, I guess, because I mean, there's only so much you can expect from a book this size, to be honest. You're not going to get a book this size, jammed with detailed, because there isn't the room. So it gives you all the basic meanings. I would really, really like a bigger book with some more details about the artwork in the cards. But for what it is, I'm giving this book a 3 out of 5.
Okay. So yeah, I think it's bog standard. You do get a full image, black and white image for the majors. Then when you get to the minors, you just get the little thumbnail kind. And it's just basic, you know, there's introduction to the tarot, which comes in everyone, and then straight into major and minor arcana, instructions for your reading, and spreads. So it's okay. It's nothing to write home about. I give it a 2 out of 5.
Oh.
Diversity and representation.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's a lot better than the Wizard's Tarot. So it's, I mean, it's got the 4 different lovers cards. It's got a few people of larger size. Represents some people of colour too. Yeah, I guess I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. Like, it's decent. It can do a lot better, but it's a good start.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought there was quite a lot of diversity in it. You know, every representation is there. You've got people of colour, different sexualities, different body types. You know, they're all represented. So I don't, you know, in terms of what else could be done, I'm not really sure when, you know, they have represented across the board. You know,
just more sizes and a different ability, I think, I'm missing too.
Yeah, I think ethnicity is covered. There's not a lot of ages. There are a couple of cards that, and I mean literally a couple of cards that show body size. It's okay. It's a good effort. There's even people, you know, you've got people who are green, blue, yellows. So you don't have to necessarily say this is a person of color or this is a white person. You can almost see them like a silhouette, and you can see yourself in them more without it being, you know, of an obvious ethnicity. I do think they've done quite well, not only with same-sex couples, but also different skin tones for both times where we see same-sex couples. But yeah, I agree. I think it's a good effort, and I'm giving it 4 out of 5 for diversity. I would just like, you know, like I said, just to see a little bit more, particularly around body sizes and different ages as well. They're all kind of young people in this deck. Art style.
I really like the art style. I really like the color scheme. It's really cool to finally have this deck in my hands. I remember first joining the community and seeing it in the little red tarot banner saying, you know, coming soon. And then now 2 years later, I mean, it took its time, but now it's here. So yeah, I'm not disappointed by the art. I'd give it, I think, a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I love the art in this. I love the color scheme. You know, color is what feeds my soul when I look for a deck, when I'm choosing a deck. And yeah, I love the animals in there. Yeah, I love the kind of fairy tale artwork. But also, you know, you've got the fairy tale aspect, but then you've also got the what I quote is like a normal looking, a normal person, a human as well. So you've got the human and the fairy tale aspect. So yeah, really like the art style. I'll give the art style a 4 for me.
Wow. You see, I don't like the art style. Now, we always say that we're going to work with a deck for the entire month so we can review it properly. I couldn't work with it. I found it really busy. I don't get all this fancy pattern on every single card. And then you go from really busy cards to ones that are really different. And I don't know, it's not an art style that appeals to me, really. I just found that after about 2.5 weeks, I was like, I'm done working with this tarot. I know we should work it for a month, but I couldn't get really good readings from it. I just found it a little bit disjointed between some of the suits and just a little bit too much. Visual vomit.
Oh, that's a little bit. Oh, all right, Simon, meow.
Yeah, I found when they were laid out in a spread, and you get like a fairly good mixture of cards if they're well shuffled and whatever. When they're actually laid out into a spread or whatever, that kind of visual vomit, however you described it, kind of sort of disappears.
Whereas I did reaction, Becca, because for me, if I laid out, because each suit is unique to its suit, when I laid them out in a spread, it just didn't, it didn't flow. It just looked uncomfortable.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow, you've got a really strong reaction to this deck. I'm quite surprised.
But this is what we do, isn't it? We're 3 different tarot readers with 3 different experiences, and that's why it's great to get 3 people to review one deck, I think. So I gave it a 1 for art style.
Bloody hell.
I'm a 4 again.
Okay. Readability. I think I've answered that one.
Yeah, I think you have made your feelings clear. I thought it was quite readable, to be honest. I'll give it. I think it's quite good for beginners, especially the minors. I'd give it a 4. I think it's quite readable.
Yeah, I'm the same. I didn't have any issues with it at all. I think it's because I feel an affinity with the art style and color. So yeah, good for me.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I've just showed like 10 cards that I said I really liked, but out of 78, that's not enough, I suppose. I found it difficult to read with it, and I got bored of it very, very quickly. So as I said, I stopped after 2.5 weeks. So for readability, I give it a 2. Uniqueness.
I would say, I've not come across a tarot deck in terms of art style wise. Individuality, it doesn't stand out to me as it's totally changed the game. It's brought something totally fresh and new. Maybe I'd give it a 3. I mean, it's not, a life changer of a deck. But
I think.
Yeah, go on.
I've just read what Susan has put, and I think she makes a really good point that there are actual fairy stories attached to the images. Stories behind each card are wonderful. So I think maybe, like I said about having a more in-depth book, so you're understanding more what's going on in the artwork, then that might change that.
Yeah, because that,
you know,
I get that, and every picture tells a story, doesn't it? But I look at that, and there might be a fairy tale there, but where do we find more about it? Where do we get the essence of the story or the moral of the story? I suppose, yes, you can use your intuition, but I don't know. I think because the cards are so busy and there's a lot happening in them, I get a little bit distracted by it, and I find it hard to see the story. So for me, for individual and uniqueness, I gave it a 4 because it's certainly, for me, it's quite unique. I don't have any decks like this in my collection, so for me, it's very unique, and I think it tries to be unique. So I give it a 4 for that.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't have anything like this, and to be honest, I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen another deck with quite, there probably are, but I haven't seen them. So I'm going to give it a 5 in terms of uniqueness for me, because I haven't got anything like it at all.
Yeah.
They've actually got another deck they released a few years ago. I think it's called the Tiny Tarot. It's really cute. It's a really diddy deck with, I think it's little fairies again. I'll have to maybe link it in the description or something, but it's really cute. So maybe if this one isn't everyone's cup of tea, then that one might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, cardstocks next.
So what do you think, Alex, the cardstock?
It's weird cards. I mean, in a good, it's really, is it me or is it 2 different textures?
It's 2 different textures, front and back.
The front is like a sheen and the back's matte.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. It's weird. It trips me out sometimes, but I mean, well, I guess it's individual in its cardstock. Maybe I should have added a point. The cardstock's decent. I'll give it a 4. It's all right. Does the job.
Yeah, I agree. And in terms of comparing this cardstock to Shadowlands cardstock, although this is, there's no issues with this. It's not gone like that, like my Shadowlands. It's, nice, thick deck. And I really like it. It's good if you're a riffle shuffler, it'll riffle shuffle, and it overhands nicely too. So yeah, nice. 5 or no 4 for cardstock, is it? Yeah, 4.
So mine did go like the Shadowlands. It is bowed terribly, and I hate the cardstock. I wish the backs, how it feels on the backs, were the same on the front. Elizabeth said, I love the backs. Doesn't fit with the fronts though. If they felt like this matte, grainy feel all over the card, I would like it a lot more. But I hate the fact that mine is warped, and I don't riffle shuffle, so I've not, it's not through use. It actually came like that.
Oh.
So I gave cardstock 2.
You should have seen his face where you were like, look at my lovely straight cards. He's like,
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh wow.
Straight as a die.
Backs.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of all right for a back
I
side
like
of
them.
card. Yeah.
I quite like.
It's
Yeah,
pretty.
love them.
The metallic, the pink is
Yeah.
metallic as well, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it's like a metallic pink. You
Oh,
see?
yeah.
Yeah. With soft metallic sheen.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like that. Okay, I'll give it a 4. That metallic does it for me. Yeah, I'll give it a 4 for that.
I think it's 4 too. What about you, Becca?
Yeah, I'm the same. I really love the back. I love that pink. And they remind me of like an old-fashioned chocolate box cover. You know, like a Victorian chocolate box cover.
Yeah.
And I really like that. So 4 for me.
Yeah, the backs and the box for me are the nicest things so far. They both got 4. So price point and value for money, number 9.
Bloody good. I mean, it's like, what is it? 15 quid?
Oh, I paid 22.
Yep.
Did you pay 15 as well, Becca?
Do you know, I can't remember. I can't remember whether I paid 15 or 22. But the price might have come down, of course, because the price does tend to go down as when it's been out a bit longer. But either way, £15 or £22, excellent value for money. Yeah, 5.
And that's the
I'll
thing,
give it a 4.
isn't it? You gave it 4. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
just because the book, it could have been a bit better.
yeah, if
Yeah,
I paid
16
15,
quid.
if I paid 15, 16 quid, I'd been happier. But I gave it 3. I think 22 is okay. And then finally, number 10, wow factor.
The artworks, I love the colours, and I do love how they've included animals. They're like, a lot of the time they're very fantastical types of animals, whereas I really love seeing the little doggies. I would say wow factor maybe 3.5.
Oh, you with your points.
I know.
Well, for me, when I opened it, and I think I opened it whilst I was doing a live, I was really kind of taken aback with it because it was so different and the colours. So it had quite an impact for me when I opened the deck. So the wow factor for me is about a 4 because I think it's really beautiful. So yeah.
I wasn't wowed by it. It hasn't really done anything for me. I was going to give it a 1, but I feel too harsh with a 1, so I'm going to change it to a 2.
Bloody hell.
It doesn't wow me. When I first opened it, I was really excited for it, and I sat looking through it thinking, oh no, oh. And then as I worked with it, I couldn't really read with it very well, and it was busy, and it wasn't cohesive enough between the suits, so I just it didn't wow me. No, 1, it didn't wow me. If it didn't wow me, I need to be honest, 1.
Wow. Did not tickle your pickle then. Jeez.
Sorry to everybody who loves the Star Spinner, but I believe in being honest. And if we had been reviewing this deck, I probably wouldn't have bought it anyway. I bought it because we agreed to review it. So therefore, I need to be honest. So our scores out of 10, have we got them written down on a piece of paper?
Oh,
So
not yet.
Score out of 10. Are you ready to reveal?
Oh, hold on.
No.
Write it down.
Oh, okay.
The way you held up that box, you were like, it's
Yeah.
disgust, like, ugh.
Okay, I got mine.
You got yours out?
Good. Okay. Okay. Ready?
I have to read the Mendes comment. Okay, 3, 2.
So I'm like, this is out of 10, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, overall
Yeah,
score.
that's right. Yeah.
Okay. Ready? 3,
Yep.
2, 1. 9.
9?
Yeah. I'm entitled to be a 9 if I want.
what was yours? 7, 11, 9. So that's 20 out of 30. So that's not bad, really. It's 2 out of 3. So, yeah.
I really
Quite
love
generous
it.
there,
You know,
Simon.
So, in
I
my
really love it.
You really love it. In my mind, I think if I score it below 5, then I don't want to keep it. So mine is going up for a giveaway. Okay.
Shocker.
So, yeah. So if you want a warped cardstock, just know that this is how you're getting it. It hasn't been used that much because I didn't use it much, but it is a bit bowed. So if you're still happy with that, then do leave. You want to be entered into the giveaway in the main comments, not the chat here, in the main comments on this video afterwards. I take it then I'm the only one giving it away this month.
I think so.
Yeah.
God, what a
Yep.
salesman. Bowed cards, not wow factor at all. Crap cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have it.
Only
Yes.
people who like it are going to enter, aren't they? So there's one copy going up for giveaway. And that's a great thing. If we don't like them, we give them away and somebody gets to benefit from it who does like it. So that's good. So there we are. Giveaway.
9. I'm really shocked. Did you give, what did you give the Shadowlands? Was that a 9 too?
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. I mean, if
I
I either tend to either love the deck or I hate it. And for me, if first off the bat is always colour. In maybe it's because I have like I see things differently if the colour is right for me. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 9 if it's, you know, I mean, the only reason why I didn't give it a 10 is because I would have liked the book detail to be a little bit more, rather than just going with the traditional meanings. I would have liked to it explained just briefly, maybe like 2 or 3 sentences, what's in the card.
I love Susan said, "Oh, please, someone get the giveaway. That deck needs some love, as Simon hasn't given it any." I did. I think the box was 4 out of 5, and the backs were nice.
God.
What more can I say? Simon means I feel really harsh, but I've got to be honest. And the Hush Tarot was the last deck I gave away, and that was right at the beginning. So I didn't like that one either. That went today, by the way. India has opened their airspace. That's gone off to Hoover in India today.
Ooh, it's out your house.
It's out
Get
the house. Yeah. So we're not going to be here next month, are we? Because it's at the same time as the tarot meetup. So Elle and I will be in Glastonbury. So we're going to skip for the summer, and we'll be back at the end of August. Is that right?
Yeah, we're Saturday the 29th was what we agreed on.
That's right, yeah. Saturday, 29th of August, 6 p.m, which is our new time because Sandra's back at work now, and Sandra does all the research and helps out with us, and Sandra can make it. So our new time will be Saturdays at 6 p.m, the last Saturday of the month, like it would have been if I hadn't have cocked up last week, and we've had to put it back a week. Thank you, Sandra, as well, for doing all the research for us. Really appreciate all your help with that. So anything anybody wants to say before we go? I love that.
Thanks, everybody.
Cheers.
Yeah. Somebody just said, oh, it was Jen. Jen says, I do love hearing all the different opinions on the deck. Yeah, and that's the whole point. So, all right, everybody, have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you all at the end of August. Bye.
Bye.